We're live. It is me, Thomas Ellington, and my good friend Zack Lonbee. We're going to be doing a show together, and this is pretty much the inaugural episode of that show. I felt like we had such a good time when he filled in on TNA Live last week that we should probably do something together, and he agreed. How are you doing, Zack?
I'm doing good. I want to let
Live.
everybody
It
know
is me,
it's not
Thomas
that I agreed so much as he has pictures of me in a
my
compromising position. Please
Zack
don't
Lonbee.
let the
We're going
authorities
to be
know or I will
doing
be
a show.
exposed. So please keep this to yourself, everybody.
Well, that's a good way to keep that under wraps. I mean, I'm, you're weakening my extortion there by putting that out there.
That's exactly the plan. Plan is a success, then, man.
And we don't even have a name for our show. I was thinking I should probably talk to you about that, but what better time to do it than live while we're in the middle of the show? Have you
That's
have you
a
even thought about a name?
no. I have. I figured you'd come up with. You've been the idea man behind all this. I thought you might have some merchant tricks behind it.
I'm I'm running out of ideas. I thought of the name for me and Esau show, just our first initials, T and E Live. So maybe I could just plug your initial. We go T and Z Live, and then if I do a show with
T
anybody else,
well, T and Z is a little close to TMZ though. I think they might get the Harvey 11 up in here. Well,
oh,
I tell you what, we'll get a vote on Twitter and see if we get some ideas pitched that way, or we could even just do something like the weekly wrap up, since it is Friday.
that's true. The weekly wrap up. I mean, I would go with that. I don't know. Maybe we could inject something a little catchy in there, like the wacky weekly wrap up. How about that? Throw a wacky in there.
And then it's
Eh?
WWW. Yeah, it'd be the weekly wrap up.
Yeah.
All
You know,
right.
I was joking about that, but that's that's actually not a bad idea. Wackly weekly wrap up WWW, and I mean, like we're getting our stuff online, so from the World Wide Web, WWW. It just
Exactly. Yeah, I'm far too cheap to buy an actual paper, man. I've got to get it online.
same here. I I don't do anything through print. I don't even know why people even get magazines or newspapers. Just go online. It's all there.
Well,
Everything you want to read.
well, people keep pet birds, and they've got to cover the bottom of the cage with something, man. Oh, and you
That's
can torture failure with it apparently by sending him magazines that he doesn't want.
oh yeah, that's true too. He's been getting a lot of those in the mail. Although that I heard that a while ago. I don't know if he's still getting those.
Well, give me a week. I'll get him a free one somehow. Damn it.
All right, that sounds like a plan. Okay, so we're gonna go with the wacky weekly roundup. Is that what we're gonna do here?
Wrap up, right? So it's still got that W theme. If we can pronounce it, because we seem to be stumbling all over that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of W's there. A lot of wacky weekly wrap up.
No, we're not going to be able to say this.
We'll just go with triple W or 3W or something like that. I think that'll work.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better.
But we were actually going to start our show had until maybe 10 minutes before we went live. We were just going to talk about the news. It was just going to be a wacky weekly wrap up of wacky news, and these weird mundane Matt tweets have popped up, just really bizarre tweets,
It's
and
it's awful. I have no idea what he's thinking. Even back the day, it's just wow. I can't wait.
yeah, these are several years old, and we saw how he reacted to the polar bear mess. I'm interested to see how he's going to react to this, because I think this is worse than the polar bear stuff as far as how it makes him look, because it's just so bizarre and degenerate, really.
Well, here's what I won't do. All right, we'll talk about this, and I will not put these tweets on my channel. Then if you get flagged, then yeah, he reacts worse.
I, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm
It's
just gonna
too
be the
late now. You've
shield.
already got him.
Oh man, yeah. I'm not looking at the stream. I don't know if producer has him up. He's pretty good about that stuff. So you're probably right. It's too late. So we might as well just jump right into it.
Well, I sent him a DM on Twitter, so He'll know in a second.
Are you talking about the producer?
No, I sent Monday Matt a DM. I was like, hey, buddy, we're gonna be talking about you. You might as well be in the audience for it.
Oh, you know what would be great is to have him on, uh, just to see what he has to say about this stuff. That would be funny.
Do you think he
He
would?
likes,
I think we would need Jim and Keemstar to talk him into that shit.
and it would be great for just kind of laying into him a little bit. I mean, I don't want to scare him away if he's watching. I'm sure
No,
they
that
would
would
be
be
nice to you.
great. Suit Yourself would make cartoons about us, man.
Oh, I can't imagine what a cartoon of me. Hopefully, he would let me keep my pants on. He didn't let Quarter and keep his pants on.
Oh my
I put
God,
those
I've
videos
seen what
up.
he did to Gator Gamer. A chicken in a Judge Dredd costume is going to be fantastic. We got to do this now. Now I want to hit up Suit.
We're gonna have to get Mundane Matt on. He would definitely make that if we could get Mundane Matt and then somebody to just completely embarrass Mundane Matt.
Well, hold on. I was
Then we could
kidding
get some
before, but
content.
I'm going to tweet his ass now just because.
I thought you had. I mean, this is this is a great idea. Get this guy in here. I mean, if he's willing to go on the kill stream, where I mean, come on, that's not exactly a friendly environment. He could go on my stream. I'm a nice guy. You're a nice guy. We won't
I'd
hurt him.
pretend to be on TV.
Well, I am a nice guy. Just so everybody knows. I didn't even know that you were pretending. Now you're making me have second thoughts about you here.
It's awesome. You see, I'm just a like premium actor. You had no idea. I've done Cambridge. All right, I studied Shakespeare. I can pronounce some of those words. It'll be fantastic.
Well, you got all the qualifications. I knew this was like just a great pairing right here. Thomas and Zach. It just works. Let's look at
All right,
the
a tweet is sent.
see what happens from that. All right, let's look at the first tweet where Mundane Matt is describing his culinary preferences. Actually, he does it in a couple of tweets. Now that I'm looking here,
That's nasty.
it really is. So, oh man. All right, the first one, Mundane Matt. I've tasted my own cum once, and I'm okay with that.
I
That
mean,
one.
he's okay with it. Nobody else in the world is.
As if be okay with it all you want. Just don't tell us how okay you are with that. I I don't know. I've never had the pleasure of indulging in my own cum, but he has. He likes it. I don't know. Can we say good for him at this point? Like,
Well,
go
look,
girl.
when I was a younger man and I was a little more rambunctious, I made an ex some cookies with a surprise ingredient, and she seemed to like it. So maybe Mundane Matt was onto something.
This is
She
not a true
she
story, is
she
it?
accepted it later. No, she was about it. She was about it. I'm not gonna get Andy Worsted on this one. Don't worry. It was with permission.
Oh man, that's a blast from the past with the Andy Worski reference.
Oh, I saw it all. It was all great. No, no, but like I said, she loved the cookie. She thought it was amazing. So maybe Mundane Matt, maybe he's a baker and he just left that part of the story out.
That's possible. Maybe he made some Mundane Matt flavored cookies. I
Oh,
don't know if that makes it
Jesus
any better
Christ.
though.
It's actually grosser now that you say it like that. God,
you gotta have that special ingredient in there, that taste of Mundane Matt.
a little
Did,
white chocolate.
yeah, yeah. I,
Oh, that's nasty.
oh man, that you're gonna be saying that more and more tonight. Um, did you happen to taste your own cookies though? Because I'm assuming that you taste those
Hell,
cookies.
hell no, I ain't taste my damn cookies. Hell no, I put them in a damn box and they were sent. Hey, hell no, I ain't mess with them damn cookies.
You realize that, and I think that you are a great talent on YouTube. You realize that if you achieve marvelous success, that this stream is going to pop back up later.
Yeah,
It's going
no,
to
it'll be
haunt you
fine. You
back.
see, I will not ignore it like the poli. I will embrace it and not give a fuck. I will teach people. I will do a cooking show about it if that ever comes up.
So you're not going to go. You're not going to go on a flagging spree and knock everybody down who posts that clip.
No, not until I hit like 165,000 subscribers. That's my limit.
Well, that's what is that? 5,000 better than when Mundane Matt imploded. So
Exactly. You got to have goals.
it's it's certainly better than Mundane Matt. You would be a step up above him for sure. Let's look at the next one though, because
Yeah.
we are getting more into the culinary taste of Mundane Matt. Oh man, I feel weird even reading these, honestly. But
I don't know. I'm reading news. You read these tweets.
yeah, of course, I'm the shield. I'm the shield here. I got to take all the flack, I guess. I mean, this you know this is a family show. I mean, other than when we're talking about people, like horrible deaths and stuff like that, it's a family show. Other than that, and probably other
If
than everything else.
See, I'm gonna start my flagging spree way early if I found out somebody's letting kids watch me on YouTube. I like hell no.
Oh, are you gonna flag yourself?
I like unless she walks in when like the daughters walk in when I'm recording, then that's one thing. But most of the time, I don't let them watch what I do because I cuss way too much.
Yeah, I have nieces who they and I outlined this in one of my videos, but I have access to my Google account because I buy lots of kids movies for them and buy apps and stuff for them. But they also have access to the YouTube, which makes me very uncomfortable because I know sometimes they watch the videos. I don't want them to watch the video. I don't know how to make them stop watching the videos. But it makes me uncomfortable because I'm making these videos for grown-ups, and then at the same time while I'm making them, I know I'm talking to my nieces as
What do you
well.
What are you gonna do when they come and ask you about how Kilroy was in real life? That's gonna be great.
I mean, I hopefully by the time they may come to enough awareness of Kilroy or I don't know, however that happens. Hopefully Kilroy will be dead, and I can just say Kilroy was something that was stupid, and
No,
it's
no way.
over.
You wish that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be what's it? Internet historian is gonna come on, and there's gonna be a whole thing about it. They're gonna bring you up as like the first documentarian, and they're gonna start asking, what was the ball pit like? I wasn't really there, but the memes are gonna like say you were there, so it's gonna be great. You're gonna be like you're gonna be a legend yourself.
Yeah, there's a possibility I may be at Kilroy 2009. A lot of people pushing, and you're one of them,
Yeah,
by the
I
way. You're
am one of
guilty
them
of this.
pushing. Everybody in the audience right now needs to throw some money towards Thomas so we can get a little Thomas on the road because I want to see this.
This is why I don't start a GoFundMe for this or whatever, because I'm afraid it'll actually happen, and I don't want to be obligated to this at all.
Now you will have to. I will. I will tell everybody you're going.
I
We're gonna
thought,
get you. We're gonna get you on COG. I'm gonna like call the Kumite. I'm gonna do everything. Like, look, Thomas is going, man. We're getting him on Kilroy. You want? Yeah,
I,
We're gonna get him a 360 camera. And we're sending him on the road.
I was thinking it'd be pretty funny to show up at just my cell phone and go up to everybody and say, "Hey, check out my 180 camera," and
Wear
just
a shirt that says you're Toad.
yeah, yeah. Jeff Holiday would totally buy that. I probably attack from behind like
Who did he thought was Toad last year? Was it that guy Roger, wasn't it? That's just
yeah, it
my
was
view.
Roger. Yeah,
Yeah, that guy was great. He was like, "Oh, that's totally Scrub." Like, no, it's not. That's not Toad either.
there was there was it's it's so weird that he came to that conclusion because there was no really conceivable connection between Roger and Toad. They are so totally different people, and yet somehow that's the conclusion he came to. I guess he thought that there would be one critic showing up, and that person would be Toad, and he just found the one person that he thought was a critic, which Roger was
My,
pretty open with.
but to even have the audacity that you have one critic in the whole world, that blows my mind. Like, well, there's only one person judging me ever, and that's got to be Toad. Get out of here.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, he's only thinking about one person, one critic. He finds one, and he's like, this must be the one critic of Kilroy, and that person is Toad because they're the same person. Like, I just don't even understand how he wasn't even where it was pretty clear and obvious that it's a meme, it's a joke. He's not actually going there. He's not with Scrub. I think they describe themselves as being like three. Scrub is 300 pounds, and I don't know. They just went really silly with it.
Yeah, I was surprised at how many people bought into the Scrub and Toad are going. Like even from the beginning, against going anywhere Toad has been. He's been the most 100% against it. Why would he all of a sudden change his mind because Scrub got into it? Like, get out of here.
Yeah, his whole deal was he's not going to dox himself for Kilroy. So I mean, who can blame him? Who can blame him for that? I haven't.
But you're already doxed. So boom, Thomas on the road. Everybody, Streamlabs is in the description. Let's get Thomas on the road. Kilroy 2019. Everybody here. Naltez, I see you in the chat. Jill W. Let's get him some money here.
I need to kick you from my Discord. You're going way too far with this.
That's a good point. I can tag at everybody, can I? Ah, there we are. Glug, he's streaming. He's shilling the link. There we go. See, everybody's in on this.
Fuck, man, come on. All right. We're changing subjects. That's what we're doing.
Tom on the road.
don't even start with the singing. We don't have no songs associated with this.
I've written like 3 parody songs already, right? Like the Thomas on the Road is coming up. I'm writing that on the list over here.
Oh man, I am regretting that I have integrated you so much into my channel and what I'm doing right now.
I told you I was only pretending to be nice. I don't know why you didn't understand it.
Well, I understand it now, and I'm very unhappy with you. Right now, we're gonna talk about this after the show. By the way, the subject was Mundane Matt. It was not Kilroy. I don't know why you're changing the subject.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to change the subject. I want to see we're gonna put a good boy on the road. Is all. I'm just excited. I get excited. Is all.
We're co-hosts, and you're taking over the show. I don't like this one bit. We're going back to Mundane Matt. Mundane Matt is disgusting.
Serious face. All right, Mundane. Let's do this.
Let me read a super chat here real quick. Midran Imris donated $5 through Streamlabs. He says, if Matt were to respond, it'll be along the lines of, I was being all edgy and stuff. Nervous chuckle. It was years ago, guys. Fake laugh. That sounds like a Mundane Matt kind of way to respond.
It probably will, but I mean, I think he did. I think he responded earlier today, didn't he? With just one little thing where it was like, look, guys, I was in 2013 and 2012 and 2013. I was edgy and tried to make funny jokes. And I think that was all he really put out about it. Like, it's going to be the same as Polly all over again, where he just kind of tries to, shrug it off.
Yeah, I am really interested in the aftermath. Let me read this next tweet, and then we can address his response, which is quite interesting. As a matter of fact, if producer can find that response, maybe he can pull that up after we read this next tweet. I wonder if he's had this tweet on the screen the whole time. this ridiculous tweet. I don't even want to read this stuff out. It's so sick. You're sick, Matt. Anyways, he says, I would dine on your pussy like a death row inmate eats his last meal. He's very
I don't know. Is that a good thing though? Is that a good thing? I don't really watch enough. I guess like last row inmates eating meals to have a good point of reference here on this one. Did the ladies get into that?
I don't know. I wouldn't think so, because I get like this visual image of like a pit bull chowing down on a like a whipped cream pumpkin pie or something, and I think you got to be a little bit more gentle with the ladies in that area.
That sounds nasty. That sounds like it's messy, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty lazy. I'm pretty I like to keep a clean house in that area. that sounds like it's gonna get all over the fucking bed.
Yeah, man. These middle images, because you talk like this. We're not thinking about Zack Lonbee. We're thinking about Mundane Matt and his enthusiasm for doing this stuff, and it's disgusting. And you're not helping.
Well, now that you bring, because I was thinking about me, because I'm pretty just egotistical. But now that I'm thinking about Matt, I can't imagine him not eating anything like that.
What?
He sees the last Snickers in his daughter's Halloween bag. He's going at it like he's rabid.
Okay, so I guess this makes sense then, since every meal for him is like a death row inmate eating his last meal. I guess it would go without saying then if he's going down on a girl. That would make sense. let me
It
let me,
just look.
let me
He got one pregnant supposedly, so he's he's had a couple of tries at it. So good on him.
I guarantee you he hasn't done a paternity test, and he probably won't because I would be a little worried about the outcome if I was him.
It'll
I'm
come
just
back
saying.
bolder.
Boulder, got Boulder
Maurice,
DNA.
well, he was hard as a rock.
Oh my god, it would be hilarious to work up a meme where he's on the set of Maury with a boulder, and I don't know, some woman who's supposed to be his wife, and then Maury's reading out the DNA test results. The boulder is the father. You are
I
not
know
the
some
father,
guys who
boulder.
can. I think I know some guys who can put this together. We'll have to get it on his show. By the way, any response to the tweet? Is Monday Matt coming on tonight or what?
Say it again.
Did I get a response to my invitation for Matt? I posted it right on Twitter. If anybody sees that, like, make sure you send him this way. Make sure he has the link, because I want to.
Well,
We'll talk right to him. I want my
yeah,
suit.
maybe we
I want
should.
your suit yourself cartoon now. I'm excited about this.
That's what this is all for. I mean, we don't even really care about Matt. We just suit yourself animation of us. That'd be great.
That's honestly true. I'm like, come on, let's fuck Matt. Really, I mean, I don't. It's just this is all a vehicle for cartoon us.
we're just using them. That's all it's. That's just like everybody else, probably.
Like everybody on the internet. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Man, he's he makes himself such a good punching bag, and it's just all his fault with how just awful he acts. But
I bet he's like a weeble wobble, where if you actually knock him down, he'll just bounce back up slowly.
Yeah, I see him doing that. Well, he's wobbling all over the place right now, but he'll regain his momentum. I'm gonna send him a link to the Discord so he can join us. I'm sure he'll pop in. I mean, that'll probably happen, right?
If he does, like, that'll be my whole night. I'll just cancel my show tomorrow, and we're staying up all night grilling him.
I have to work tomorrow, but I'll call in and tell him I quit. I've got
You
something
have to.
else.
You're like, look, we're working on a cartoon here. I've got better things to do than make money. Fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, if you had seen these cartoons, you would understand. You probably wouldn't.
He's going to speed up our voices. It's going to be terrific. You don't know, boss.
As long as he keeps my pants on, because I'm not as well endowed as cartoon. I mean, I think I'm okay, but I'm not quite quartering level. I don't want to be
by
compared to
saying
him.
that out loud, you basically asked him to do the opposite now.
Oh, don't put that in his head. He watches my videos. He may be watching this stream. I know what's going to happen.
I do memes, man. I'm telling you, if somebody asks for something, you do the opposite to spite them.
You are the worst co-host I've ever had. I'm just putting that out
there. I'm trying to help you. I'm telling you what not to do.
This is not help. I'm gonna have a cartoon that's gonna be imprinted on the cultural consciousness of me with a tiny penis, and everybody.
And your nieces are gonna watch. Boom.
Man, damn it. Oh man, I rue the day I met Zack Lonbee. I rue it. Let me get some of these super chats out of the way. One of which you're directly responsible for, by the way. And ordinarily that would be good, but not here. That's just my view. Who is Roger, by the way? He says he sends 10 and he says, first beer is on me when you come out to Kilroy, Thomas. I appreciate that.
Thomas
Roger.
on the road.
Yeah. I appreciate the sentiment, Roger. Let's not put any money into a Kilroy fund. Let's not do that. We go to the next one, which is from Midran Emrys. He sends another $5. He says, hey, now show old dirty bastard Jeff respect. He was on Dr. Phil. That's true. He was on Dr. Phil. I don't know how he wrangled that. I guess the topic was relevant and he was the only one really covering that. Did you happen to catch him on that? On Dr. Phil?
No, I don't watch Dr. Phil. I got things to do like anything else. But I
Well,
saw him tweeting about it. I saw how excited he got over it. And, good on him. Congratulations, I guess.
And reminder, guys, he also got, because of that, Dr. Phil, he got a shout out on PewDiePie.
Yeah. Oh wait. Are you still the silent producer today? Because
Just for this one, I popped in to remind you guys.
okay, good. Because then they would have like, why are they silent this whole time and then answering nobody? That's weird.
yeah. We had that. We had that happen. I didn't know he was silent. I don't know if you caught that, but it was on our very first show. So we were putting all this stuff together, and then suddenly he was talking to me and I was talking back, and I was like, "Can they hear you right now?" And he said, "No," and it sounds like I'm just talking to myself here. It sounds like I've gone crazy.
I did catch that. That's what I was trying to a little reference back to that, but also make sure we didn't sound crazy this time.
That was my goal.
It worked too. Oh, now I'm answering nobody. Damn it! You almost got me again.
No, I was live. I'm not gonna.
Okay. I don't know now. Now it's like schizophrenia all over again.
I 100% will let you guys know if I'm muted to the audience.
Yeah,
good. Thank you.
We're just gonna be confused every time you talk now. We're not gonna know whether we should respond to you or just pretend like you didn't say anything and just keep going. We'll figure it out. I believe we'll figure it out. All right, so we got one last tweet from Mundane Matt, another gem, and as perverted as the first two tweets were, in how they were phrased, this one is just indescribable almost. He says, "Have you ever sold your sister's underwear to your friends? Be honest." Why do you think he was asking that, Zach?
Well, I mean, probably for advice on pricing, if I had to guess.
He wants to.
Is $3 too much? I don't know.
What do we start the bidding at for this? Jeez.
I mean, then you have to ask though. You're like, well, I mean, what's your sister look like? Let's find out, because it matters.
Oh man, with Mundane Matt, I'm not sure that I would even want to what his sister looks like. I think that would
What
be a
if
hard
she's
pass.
really hot? What if she's really fucking hot and he's like the run of the family? How terrific would that be?
I think that after having a Mundane Matt, so if the sister was hot, that's what they're owed. They got Mundane Matt. You have a hot sister.
You're not gonna marry her because then you got Matt in the family. But you could totally rub it in his face when you slash pass and then run off on him. Excuse me, not pass, but you could smash him and then run away and be like, screw you. Make YouTube videos. You can get on a live stream with him and be like, hey, remember that time I literally fucked your sister? Sucks to be you.
I don't know if a guy who sells his sister's underwear care. Like I don't know if he's trying to if he cares to uphold the family honor there, because that's pretty wacky. That's a weird thing right there.
I don't know. But honestly though, like, well, proceed before I give my opinion on the whole Mundane Matt shenanigans of the night, because I do love making fun of his fat ass, but we should probably keep going.
Yeah, you actually you got a strike on your channel that is probably attributed to Mundane Matt, right?
I to be fair, I will say it, I take full responsibility for that strike. I put the video up knowing it was risky. It was about Matt. It had several racial epithets in it. So I knew the risk going in, but I'm still mad that I got a strike. I don't give a shit. I'm still mad.
I would be too.
At myself, but also at fucking Mundane Fat over there.
Well, I mean, he made the video. The video was on his channel for, what was it, like 5 years?
6 years. Like Polly was on there for 6 years. It was just fine on Mundane Matt's channel.
6 years, not a strike. And suddenly, when it starts to be mirrored on other channels, suddenly there's strikes flying all over the place, and all these videos are coming down. What a coincidence.
And I'm not going to name the channels here in case, because we did link him, so he might be watching and be like, well, I'm going to go flag them down too. But there's channels that still have that fucking Polly video uploaded with no strikes on it. So clearly, it was just like the first ones up got the flag for it.
It's weird. The channels that got hit. I mean, I have come at Matt so hard, and I'm probably one of the more higher profile of the channels that have been strucken because I've had people DM me who 19, 20 subscribers, and they got strikes on their channels for Mundane Matt related stuff. And yet my channel is still fingers crossed it's going okay.
You better
So
knock
I
on
don't
wood, man.
yeah, I don't know if there's somebody at YouTube looking out for me or what, because I've gotten myself into some hairy situations with people who like to do that kind of shit. And so far I'm okay. So far I don't know what the future holds, but
I think you've got that special blue star of protection, and you can always just you pull that for victim. Anytime somebody comes at you, you're like, whoa, 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 are you anti-Semitic? Oh no, I don't want to flag that guy. No, 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 no.
yeah, I just have no idea what you're talking about with this blue star protection stuff.
Well,
And
it used to
once
be yellow in the 30s, but that wasn't up to me. That was a certain group. I didn't do nothing.
uh, just the worst co-host ever. By the way, I don't know if I put that out there yet. But I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't. Maybe that's taking care of me.
You chose a co-host whose name is Zack Lonbee, and you're surprised that I make jokes. I don't get it. I don't get it.
You know how long it took me to get the reference that your name I mean, it's so obvious, but it took me a long time to make that connection between Zack Lonbee and Zack Lonbee.
I did. You told me it was a cognitive with his British accent, and that's what turned you on. But the thing, I was telling some guys today with somebody like they told somebody last night. There was these guys I hang out with. They were like, it's the taco group. If you guys ever see the taco group, remember hashtag me taco. Tacos are all right, guys. But they were telling I want to say Trippy Poop that that's how it's it's pronounced. No, it's pronounced Zach, but it's a joke. I was like, I just love puns. And this is a really funny one to me. So anytime I get a chance to make a pun, I'm going to. It's going to happen. So this is just like one of my favorite ones.
Well, I thought it was pretty funny. I didn't. I mean, because you have always been very very friendly to me. So I was like, why is this guy who is named after something that took out a whole bunch of people who have certain connections to me? Why is he nice to me?
Allegedly.
Oh man, I'm going to this Discord. You're getting booted right now. No more of this. But
look, we weren't there. Is all I'm saying.
let's go with the assumption there. Let's go with the idea that the history doctored. I was like, why is this guy? This guy's being pretty nice to me. He likes me for whatever reason. I don't get it, but I mean that makes sense. It was it's a pun. So
well, look, I'll be honest with you, and I'll be honest in front of the probably biggest audience I've been live in front of. I'll go ahead and reveal my Warski secret anyway. My politics and my on-air persona are not the same thing. And a lot of people don't understand that about people online. Like, hey, guys, it's kind of an act. You kind of up your personality a little bit to be online. But don't tell anybody though. Don't keep that to yourselves.
Yeah, I totally believe that that's everything that Alex Jones is about is just a persona. He's doing one massive character with everything he does.
He's really good at it though. I'm not gonna lie. Did you see that? Did you see his shenanigans today with those masks?
Yes, I did see that. The guy, he's so weird. I hope it's a persona. Jeez.
Exactly, because if it's not an act, he has seriously lost his mind.
yeah. He's got some very special mental problems. If that's, and he does it so well though. It's really and I mean that's how people have to look at him. Like he's a character basically. He's playing a role. Because otherwise, you like your head explodes trying to figure him out.
Well,
So
don't get me wrong. I mean, some of the things he says, there's a grain of truth in it. Like everybody's heard the turn in the friggin' frog skate thing. Well, there was actually estrogen being dumped in a small water supply. Excuse me, and it messed with the frog's sexuality. was it some government conspiracy to turn the friggin' frogs gay? No, but some fucking frogs were turned gay from chemicals in the water. Absolutely, yeah.
And my understanding, which is ironic considering the little scandal that popped up with Alex about a week ago, but my understanding was that they actually turned into trans. They causing them to develop
They were
genitals
like
for the opposite
hermaphroditic, right?
sex. Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know. That could actually be a legitimate issue. That the way he addresses it just makes it so cartoonish. They're turning the freaking frogs gay, and nobody can really take that seriously. And this might be like something legitimate that maybe we should actually look into. That might be a problem that may be affecting people.
Turn the freaking frogs
the way he
gay.
puts it out there, it's like all you can really do is laugh about it.
Yeah, it's very silly. But let's get back on track. Let's get back to Matt before we go totally off the rails all night.
Yeah. Midran Emmer sent another 5 to say, and this is pretty funny, I think. He says, Matt talking about selling underwear. Repzion needs to claim gimmick infringement. Repzion should flag Matt to get even.
But there it is. Now revenge starts today. Somebody get me Repzion's @ We're going back after him.
We'll have Repzion and Matt on, and they can hawk their underwear.
I will be hashtag Team Repzion as long as he's anti-Matt. We got this.
I'm gonna go with Matt because if I'm choosing between Matt's sister's underwear and I'm gonna go with Matt's sister.
Yeah, but I mean, at least Repzion's sister's probably thin like him, so you get that.
Yeah, but these are Repzion's own underwear. That's where it gets.
I mean,
that's what it changes for me.
Look, you throw a wig on, you drink enough, whatever. Hole's a hole, right?
Oh man, just the worst, man. You're the worst. And you are too easily satisfied as well. I should put. Repzion in a wig.
I love my joke. Look, without lights on, you don't know. You might already have done it, right? You had on too much to drink. The lights are all off. You can't prove that you have not had sex with a man.
Look, I have in my mind, I have convinced myself that if I were to have ever been in a situation like that, that something would be really weird and off, and I would know it. And so I am not going to change my mind and convince myself otherwise.
Really drunk.
There may have been a time or two.
Boom! You heard it. He confessed. That's all. Everybody in the chat, press 1 if you heard it. I'm spamming ones right now. We got this.
Oh, man, I just can't believe what I walked into with this.
I don't know why.
All I'm saying. I'm just saying I have engaged in coitus while drunk, and I'm not going beyond that. So I don't know where you're going with that, but you're slandering me right now is how I feel. By the way,
I could write it down so we can go full libel if you want.
I'm gonna have to have a rule where we just stay on topic no matter what. No,
well, I tried to steer
diversion.
it back. You went all Repzion/gay stuff, man. That's your fault.
I just don't even know what to say to you right now. We're gonna have a long talk after this.
I gotta go to bed soon. I got an early morning show. I don't know if I got time.
Well, that's okay. We can do it at any time during the next week.
Long
chat.
Plenty of time. About maybe Thursday. We had plenty of time to put it all behind us.
All I know is it's gonna happen. We're gonna have this talk. This talk is coming, and it's really overdue at this point. Anyways, let's just get away from that entire subject, all the perverted stuff which you are taking way too much pleasure in. We have some really interesting news stories here, and we were going to try to keep this show at about a little bit. I thought maybe we could just focus on what really stands out the most. Now, there's 1 or 2 here that really stand out to me. Is there one that really stands out to you that you want to talk about?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't do the push to talk thing. I hate this push to talk. It's weird to me. I was talking to nobody there. The one from the transgender woman with the bank account. I really love that story. That just made me laugh.
Oh my God. Yes, you had the exact same reaction that I did. Let's look at that because that was, I just can't help but when I read this, I just can't help but laughing at it. I mean, that was exactly my response to it. And I mean, this is
Well,
not like a
it's
pleasant experience for this person, but
it's something she says halfway through it that just fucking kills me. It just gets me. And you'll see when I get to it. Hang on, let me switch to the more professional voice here.
yeah, we're gonna have the
Transgender
professional voice.
woman, transgender woman in tears after bank account frozen as she sounded like a man on the phone. The Nottingham parent wants to. What was it? I'm reading the ad. Excuse me. A transgender woman left in tears. I was too. A transgender woman was left
Yeah.
in tears after her bank account was frozen because she sounded like a man. Sophia Race, 47, says he was humiliated and embarrassed after a telephone banking staff said he failed security checks because he didn't speak like a lady. Things went from bad to worse the next day when he went to pay for items in Tesco and discovered Santander had frozen her account. Now he is, I say
Wait,
her, didn't I? I let a her slip out, damn it.
you did. I mean,
I was trying.
this
But
is clearly a he. This picture cracks me up too when they combine it with the subject of the article. This picture, because this is such a manly looking tranny right here.
it's the worst one. It's like you ever see Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything?
Yeah.
This is the Wesley Snipes character. That's how mannish it is.
This is
Like
white
it just
Wesley Snipes.
past it's past the Patrick Swayze. It's ugh. But down here,
Yeah.
like
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
when you get a little further down, it starts quoting her, and I heard it do a little differently. Um, they said my voice did not match my profile because it sounded like a man on the phone. So of course I read it like this in my head, and I start laughing. But he goes, I work as a woman. I identify myself as a woman, and I look good as a woman. No, you do not, you lying asshole. But for the first time in my life, I felt embarrassed about being who I am. And no, it's awful. It's awful. I don't know what he was thinking when he thought he was going to pull this off.
Yeah, we're seeing this really masculine a man in a dress with long hair claiming that he looks good as a woman. Not quite. By the way, I liked your training voice. That was pretty good. I thought maybe I could try
Well,
one too. What do you think about
go,
that?
proceed, please.
They said my voice did not match my profile like a man on. How was that? How does that work?
When did Warski get here? I didn't even know he was in the call.
Was that? I don't. I don't know. I don't want to start anything, but did that sound like I had Coke votes there? Coke.
It sounded like a little Toronto, a little play video games all day. Little fire every co-host you've ever had kind of deal.
Well, I have one in mind. I don't want to be I don't want to be too specific,
Don't
but there's one
do
in
not
mind that's
fire Esau. Esau is good people, man. You guys do a good thing together. It's fantastic.
oh well, I
That's
agree.
Rude.
He's not talking about firing Esau. He's talking about firing you.
So, what was that?
You cut out
producer?
there?
Oh, I was saying he's not talking about firing Esau. He's talking about firing you, Zach.
No, he is not. No one would ever fire me. That's shenanigans.
Well, as I have mentioned before, we'll talk after the show, Zach.
Damn it.
We
gotta
should
pretend
just get into this
I've got to
one.
pretend my anti-Semitism is real again. Damn.
No, I mean, I like you. I really think we got a good rapport, even though you turned out to be a horrible person.
I don't know why you thought I wasn't. I never pretended.
I just had to get to know you a little better,
All
and
right.
went down a deep dark hole there, live on stream.
I don't know why. Look. I was born this way. All right. Just hashtag not all Zacks.
There are good Zacks out there.
Hey,
I don't know. I think you've ruined it. I think you've run it for all the Zacks.
Hey, guys, I got breaking news.
What do you
Oh,
got?
tell us about it.
Mac Miller died today.
Yeah.
Who's Mac Miller?
Hip hop guy. As of 7:28 p.m., so about an hour and a half ago, Mac Miller died in Los Angeles at 26.
Well, he actually died. I think he died yesterday. He was he's an ex of Ariana Grande, and he made a song about Donald Trump back in like 2013, and Donald Trump got upset about it. They had like a little thing back and forth.
Oh wow, so it's like a long running Trump curse still then, huh? I'm sorry to hear that man died, though. It's very unfortunate that a person died. I make jokes, but anybody that dies is still a human being, and respect. So I am very sorry that a person died.
Yeah, he overdoses, and I think Lil Peep died from a drug overdose as well. And then we had Triple X Tenacion, who died. I think he was shot. So all of that within the past year, and I didn't really know who any of those guys were until they died. All of a sudden, you know all about them. Everybody puts everything out about them.
So like it probably yeah, I don't know why I just developed not being able to talk. So they probably would have been better off if they would have gone down with Buddy Holly, is what you're saying.
Well, I mean, join the 27 Club. I think that's what's his face. Uh, Mac Miller was he was a year shy, 1 year shy of 27.
Oh wow, so too young. Well, I don't. The whole what's her name? Amy Winehouse kind of ruined the lore of that. Like everybody wants to give her all the credit. It's like I just Amy Winehouse. She's no Jim Morrison. She's no Jimi Hendrix there. Right? Let's calm down.
That's true. I mean, ooh, she was a real piece of work. I saw a little bit ago. That is one crackhead looking girl right there. Let's say put it like that.
Did her Amy Winehouse looked like her credit card would have been shut off because the bank thought she was a man.
Yeah, yeah. Without her even having to. But I mean, they keep on popping off. I mean, I don't understand why. I don't understand why these rappers, when they get rich, they make it. Why they first of all, why they don't get out of the like the whole thug lifestyle. You don't have to hustle anymore. You've made it. And then second of all, they have unlimited access to drugs at this point, and if they don't learn self-control, then they're gonna die because all of a sudden they can do as much as they want of anything they want. That's a problem when
Well, what
you.
I don't get is like if you've ever known any kind of dealers or anything, there's discipline to it that you don't mess with your stuff, right? You don't
Yeah,
tap into your stash. You sell it, you don't touch it.
yeah,
So you get all the money. Why can't you maintain your discipline? Just keep calm.
yeah. That's true. I mean, I I guess it's just when I mean I think part of being a dealer and not getting stuff is that a lot of your stuff is sort of on consignment. You're selling for somebody else. Somebody supplies it, you sell it. If you get into it and you end up owing somebody else, you're in a lot of shit. But another thing is that I'm sorry, what?
I was just gonna say it's the same discipline though. You can just carry the even if you've got the freedom to do it, you've still got training not to, or at least the established discipline in your life to not do it.
Yeah, I agree. You're right. I mean, when it comes to drugs, it's the things that are keeping you from it are gonna be the motivations are gonna pretty much be the same across the board. And when you're rich and famous and you can have as much of it as you want, then the motivation has to be to not die, basically. And you got to have that same sort of discipline, which they apparently
Well,
don't.
plus, but at the same time, then they've got that with unlimited money, they've got the incentive to party right up to the edge and see what happens. So I don't know, it makes more sense now. I kind of taught myself back on the other side of this one now.
All right, good. As long as
Anytime we
we
agree,
agreed.
anytime we agree, I have to change sides to make sure we disagree by the end of it.
Yeah, I've noticed that. You give me all kinds of reasons to have issues with you here.
I don't get it.
We got a lot to talk about. That's all I can say. All right, so a story that I wanted to look at was the GoFundMe story, which we've got a couple of articles here related to that. That was something I, I I think it was you that had talked. Did you talk about that on your last live stream?
Yeah, last Saturday I mentioned that the homeless man was having to sue them to get access to what he thought was remaining. But turns out, yeah. Go ahead. You can go ahead.
Yeah, the thing that stood out to me was that these people had taken his money. Their justification for it was that this guy was wasting it on drugs and whatever, and so they took control of it basically to protect him, which I thought was the dumbest thing because they're not his parents, they're not his guardian. This guy, he's a grown guy. The money was given to him. If he wants to blow it and misuse it, which he should not do, but he's in a better position to misuse that money than they are to take it from him and use it properly, which I don't
Yeah.
even believe that that's what they're trying to do. So yeah, the producer's
But
saying that
but
they started the
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, the producer's saying that they started to GoFundMe, and can you lay out a little bit of the background about them starting that, why they started that, and so forth?
Well, she was stranded on the side of the road, and the homeless guy gives her $20, his last $20 to buy gas. Um, she's so grateful. She starts a GoFundMe to get him, $10,000 to make him to get him a home. Or maybe it was 14,000. It was five figures, very small. I want to say $10,000 to get himself a home and get a new life start or whatever. And they blew the original goal out of the water. 400,000 was raised for him, supposedly to buy him a home and a new life and everything. And 400,000 should have been enough to do it.
Yeah, and eventually we rode around to this point where he had to retain a lawyer to sue him for money that was meant for them. I don't think that a single person who contributed to the GoFundMe that they started for him thought or figured that any of the money would be for them or controlled by them.
Yeah, correct. It raises questions. If you see um, analogous situations that happened around us online that I won't go into, but if you see, you see people, yeah, well, let's raise this much money. Oh, we've got way much more money. People still wanted to go to the right cause. They don't want to, well, since it's way more than the 10,000 original goal, why don't you guys go ahead and skim some off the top? No, fuck off. It's
Yeah,
supposed to go to the homeless guy.
yeah, exactly. I mean, when people are donating money, they have the intended use of the money in mind. They don't have anything separate from that in mind. They want to go to that person or to that cause for that thing, and that to them. That's what they're donating for. And I think that anybody who diverts any of the money, changes its purpose, does anything other than what it's for, in a way, it's roundabout stealing because that's not what they gave the money for. I think a lot of people wouldn't even give the money if they thought it was going to be used like that in that manner.
Correct. The new article that come out tonight, the 400,000 raised through the GoFundMe account to support a homeless veteran in Philadelphia, et cetera, is reportedly drained. The last bit of the money, so $400,000, all gone already.
Uh, yeah, that's jeez. And I mean, the presumption here, it's not even a presumption, it's just what it is that this couple, they are the ones who spent it. They spent all the rest of this money.
It looks like you'll see it says Bobbitt has received roughly $75,000 of the funds, which he used to purchase a camper and an SUV, both of which he no longer has. So that's good. And then they go on to say,
Hmm.
I'll burn the money in front of him. It's like giving a drug addict a loaded gun. Well, I mean, it's his.
Uh,
You got to let him. If
yes.
he's going to kill himself with it, you're not responsible.
I think they're full of shit. I don't think that. I, I think that they just want to live off of this money, and all this other moral grandstanding is to justify and to hide their actual intention. But
Yeah, I agree with you. Actually, I think they're messed up. Last week I was a little confused on it, but the more that's come out about it, the more just guilty they look. They're just awfully guilty.
yeah, I mean, it's money. Money really, it really. I don't even say. I don't think money changes people. I just think that money brings out the bad characteristics that a lot of people already have. Probably, maybe most people. I don't know. It just depends on when you're put in that kind of a situation. But then you see all this money in front of you. Your head starts swimming with everything that could be done with it, and
Mhm. Yep.
then you start doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing with it. That's what I think happened here. I mean, they probably they started it out at what was the, do you know exactly what it was, 14 or 10? It was one or the other, right? Either
No,
way.
I would have to look it up honestly.
Yeah,
But
it probably doesn't matter. It's
yeah,
about the same.
well, it's from
Anyway.
14,000 people, so it must have been a $10,000 original goal.
So yeah, 10 like so they started out at what is a pretty modest $10,000. So I think that they probably had good intentions. And then when they got the money, that's when their intentions changed because they they started imagining all the stuff they could be doing with it. And maybe I don't know, maybe he did take some of it. I mean, they claim that what they he took 25,000 and spent that on drugs and all that. And maybe they saw that
Right.
and that just
And then another 75 for the camper and the SUV that he's since sold. So
well,
he looks like he's got about 100,000 so far for him.
well, I don't know if anybody knows why he sold them, but he bought them. He used $75,000 at least for things that the people who gave the money would very likely be happy about. So he was using it in a productive way. So it can't be said that whatever money they gave him or give him is just going to be squandered. I
Actually,
don't
the
even think that they can hide
people,
behind that.
Thomas, the people who started the GoFundMe was the one who bought him the camper and the pickup. So they used the money to buy him said things. The only money he's received physically was the 25 grand, and he blew it on drugs. So they were the ones who bought the trailer and the truck and that stuff for him with the money given to the GoFundMe. So he hasn't responsibly used the money at all. Granted, they're shady ass people who probably stole the money, but and I'm live, so you know.
Okay, good.
No, I
I just
wouldn't.
want to make sure we're not silent the whole time.
Dead air here.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no. If I don't say, you know, but yeah. So apparently, they were the ones who were like, okay, you know, you don't want a home or an apartment, so we'll do like a, you know, like a camper trailer and a car, which ended up breaking down, and then he sold, and the trailer he sold. And so he hasn't used the money responsibly as of yet, and probably never will, but it's his money at this point, and I'm gone.
All right. Well, I mean, the way I feel about that is this guy he has more of a I feel like he has more of a moral authority to take this money and waste it on hookers and crack than they have to take the money from him and buy him books and underwear or something.
No, I agree with that actually. I mean, it's a bad use of $400,000 to blow it all on, just like you said, hookers and crack. But it's his 400 to blow on crack and hookers. So I mean, fuck it, let him. They should have. They had no responsibility over it in the first place, like, other than setting it up. I mean, after it was done, hell, I mean, I'm sure he would have given them 10% off the top if that was the case, maybe more than
Yeah.
that. But to just withhold it like a parent's, like, get out of here.
Yeah, it just leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. Just their whole argument for doing this, and I'm not seeing where the money that's unaccounted for presumably went. I haven't read the whole article yet.
No,
Do you have an
I've
idea?
read that I've read they've been taking lavish vacations. They have come back and said the couple, and then they come back. Well, we both got good jobs, so the vacations came out of our pocket, or there was a new car that they talked about. They say that came out of their salaries.
So
No,
so
they otherwise they really haven't accounted for it at all.
so all right. So they have great jobs that allow them, but they
What's
needed
that?
to
You
start.
cut out, man.
Oh, I was just saying they have great jobs that allow lavish vacations, and get a new car, but they needed to start a GoFundMe for 10,000 for this guy.
Yeah, it's all a little sketchy. It's all a little sketchy. But again, it's unaccounted for. They don't really have it nailed it down yet. I have a feeling that's going to come out in the future audits that they are going to be under very soon.
Oh, I hope so. And I don't know where this stands when it comes to legalities, but I mean, it would be nice if they could be. I mean, especially if they can trace the money to their lavish vacations, new cars, whatever. It would be nice if they could be charged with something, charged with a crime related to this.
I'm not even sure which crime this would fall under, theft or fraud.
Yeah, or man, I hate when I can't determine. It's embezzlement. It could possibly be embezzlement because I mean, this was a a fund that was I guess it was the money was given to them to give to him, so they were responsible for they were accountable for the responsible allocation of the money, and if they misdirected the money, then maybe embezzlement. But I don't.
Yes, sir. Well, the follow-up article where GoFundMe says that they'll be giving Mr. Bobbitt his money one way or the other, and there's different ways they've got that set up. It's not entirely specific as to how, but GoFundMe assures everybody that Mr. Bobbitt will get his money, and customers or donors giving money in the first place can get refunds even though it's past the 30-day normal refund policy. They do mention a crime right here. Excuse me. Stephen Stiegel, a partner at Philadelphia-based law firm. If the government can establish that your intent was to dupe people to provide you money, then that certainly is a crime, Stiegel said, listing wire fraud and theft by deception as possible charges. So,
Yeah,
that's jail time.
yeah, I don't see that happening because how could that possibly be proven? It seems like the entire reasoning behind it appeared to be legitimate. The amount they were seeking was quite low. It was a real situation that they had set up something to legitimately solve, and unless they could come up with some sort of communications between them that express the intent to take the money and run, I just
Well, I don't think it's necessarily like it has. I don't think it has to be premeditated to be fraud. Man, I mean, they could have just changed their mind and decide, hey, let's defraud the hell out of this money afterward, and it still counts. And they can tie, like you said, any of it to vacations or car purchases. Bob's their uncle. They're done.
well, was not the wording was intent to fraud, right? The,
It's wire fraud and theft by deception. So theft by deception may not be accurate, but wire fraud could definitely be.
well, I mean, personally, I'm hoping for something. I mean, I honestly believe that these are really really crooked people, and that they misuse the money, uh, and that they did not have good intentions with it.
Well,
So
I mean, it went somewhere, so they had to have done something to it, man. So yeah, I'm with you. I believe they need to get a good slap on the wrist there, definitely.
yeah, get slap on the ass, on the wrist, and maybe across the noggin too.
Well, it depends on who's doing the spanking. Yeah, it could be a good thing. You gotta
All right. Let's not take another weird making my streams weird. This can't even talk about the news without.
Have you've seen my show? I do this all the time.
Yeah, I guess I should have.
Boom!
Seen
That
this
one is your fault. I win. Good night, everybody.
Oh man.
I'm kidding. All right. What was next? Didn't we have a special video that we have not seen yet?
Yeah, let me we need to coordinate with producer because something that he had to take care of after about an hour, and he said he'd be.
That's right. Yeah.
Tell you
Yeah,
bitches
yeah. He said
about
he'd be,
the time.
what was that?
time I
think he
decided to
pushed
fucking
play on us
try
and we didn't
internet
know.
dating. So let me give you a fucking backstory real quick, okay? So here I fucking am. It's like 2:30 in the morning. It's like middle of fucking January. You know, like I'm fucking drunk. I'm fucking lonely. I'm fucking horny. My fucking hand is just like bruised to shit from all the beatings it's been taking by my dick because it's big. But the
Oh my god, what is this?
This this is not Mundane Matt, is it? Come on.
This is
Isn't that the
Mundane
voice?
Matt.
He's
Where
doing
did
this
this
voice.
Matt? Where did this Matt go? Why did he used to be funny and now he's not?
So if you actually look at the thread where he says, "I would like to dine on your pussy," he posts a link to this actually slightly funny video. It's a few down, so if you guys want to check that out, I'll link the full video. I just wanted to play a little snippet for the boys here to think about it, because it's like the polar bear thing. That was kind of funny, but he gets butt hurt, and I think if people spread this around, it'll bite him in the ass again and be funny.
Yeah, I thought the polar bear things to fall flat for me. I mean, I got where he was going, but this right here, he's doing like some sort of Hollywood quality voice here. Yeah, it actually sounds pretty funny.
I just don't know where this Matt has gone in 6 damn years. I'm mad that we don't have the old Matt now.
Yeah, I want Polly the polar bear Matt. Even though I didn't really think that was that funny, I prefer that Matt over this
I don't
Matt.
I love the inflection in his voice when he dropped them N-bombs, man. It just had it was magical. It was like he was really the puppet, like you would see on children's television saying the worst shit they could.
Yeah, yeah. I I much prefer that. And now he's such a I can't even he's got such an odious character and personality, and it's at this point anyways, and it's like this is the Matt that he wants to be, and he's apologizing for the Matt that everybody liked, probably the Matt that got him to where he is now, where he was willing to step out there and actually have an opinion on something. He's apologizing for that Matt.
I think it's just he tries to be in the middle so much. Like just he has to be in the middle and on everybody's good side all at the same time. That he does the one, like he was actually good. He actually has fucking talent in an area, and he's going to apologize because it might offend somebody. Look, be funny, do your thing. Somebody's always going to get mad, so just have a good damn time, man.
Yeah, absolutely. When he has tried to be edgy, I mean, like that stuff he was saying about Armored Skeptic, that was hilarious. That was good stuff. That
Yes,
was great.
when he got shoe on head in the sand, and Blair White, like where's that guy?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. When he was just popping off on all of them, that was good, funny stuff. That is the stuff that people want to watch. They want to hear. That's funny. This guy, whoever he is now, nobody cares for that guy. That guy is not. This is not somebody that you feel like any sort of real connection to, because he's just totally fake. And it's almost like he's got like this circle of friends who are judging him on everything, and he's playing to them and not to his audience. He doesn't care about the audience.
I'd like to know who they are, because they are fucking him over hard.
Well, we know some of them are the Kilroy crowd. I don't know who else it is beyond that, but you got your Jeff Holidays and so forth. I don't know how they're impacted.
Kilroy / Candid, then.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, he's just making the worst decisions right now. By the way, if you're able, can you pull up Mundane Matt's Twitter account? Because even though it's showing
Yeah,
me,
one second.
it's showing me. I pull it up pull it up on an incognito tab, and it says Mundane Matt hasn't tweeted yet. I don't know if he has done something weird to his account.
I don't know. Are you blocked now? He got you?
No, I pulled it up in incognito just in case that's what happened. But both,
I'm pulling him up now.
it's the same for both for me. Mundane
No,
Matt hasn't tweeted.
I've got plenty here. Oh wow. Nothing before or nothing after April 15th though. So I think he may be cleaning house on us.
Nothing after. Oh Can you try to do it in see what comes up?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Incognito mode. Oh, I'm in Brave, not Google. It may give me a little problems here.
I will say this: when I click on these tweets and they're coming up. So I don't know, maybe it's weird and we're just off on something that's just maybe,
No, it comes up in incognito for me too. It's just fine.
but it's just
Maybe I don't know.
nothing before April 15th. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
the latest. I just see the latest. The latest I see is April 15th. So I don't know. Twitter's weird though. Sometimes I can't even log on.
Yeah, I don't know, because I wouldn't be surprised if he just after.
I have my view on screen, and it's April 15th was the last thing I'm showing as well.
Oh, he probably is cleaning house then.
Yeah, that's it. He's got over 83,000 tweets. He's cleaning house. He's got a lot of work to do, even if he's
He
using
could
the
just use
program.
tweet delete though. I mean, hell, I've got that just in case I say something spicy and get my account flagged.
How long do you think that would take to run that process through 83,000 tweets? Just out of
Uh,
curiosity.
Probably 2 to 3 days to run tweet delete through all that because it does it on a timer and does it at I want to say midnight.
Hmm.
It cycles through. That's when it did it for me. It hit overnight.
Yeah, see that maybe that's what's going on. Maybe using tweet delete and it's cycling through right now, which
Well, if you're gonna do it, you think he would have had the sense to do it back when they were pulling up the friggin' Polly vids.
yeah, man, just clean out everything. That's if why be edgy at one point in your past and then leave all that stuff up when you decide to do a 180 to something else. We see that a lot, like with James Gunn. I think James Gunn did that, where they say this crazy stuff and then they go, I don't know, they take a hard left and then all that stuff comes back to bite them right in the ass. You got to erase your tracks, I think.
Well, I mean, you never know where politics are gonna go anyway. And who knows? In 10 years, maybe it'll be illegal to own dogs. And we've all been tweeting about owning dogs, so we're gonna be the next bigot assholes that have to get fired from our job. You never know.
Man, yeah, you're right. You just never know. That's why have some principles and just stick with them. How's that? I think that's pretty good advice, right?
I think that's a great moral for this show.
I like it. You're making a comeback, Zach. You're getting back in my good graces.
I don't know.
That is a
You
good moral
need
for
to
the show.
not do that. That would not be a smart move, considering last time I was in your good graces, the first half of this show happened.
No, no. I'm already getting back. I think we're gonna be
See?
okay.
Damn that charm of mine. All right, let's go.
You sucked me right in.
Well,
Don't make
no,
me
I am
regret
not
it.
Mundane Matt. Calm down. I don't do the sucking around here. Let's back off on that one.
Well, I feel like I'm under your spell now at this point. So
And you don't. And you wait till wait. I'm gonna do a face reveal probably when I get enough subscribers. And look, the avatar. I'm so pretty. The avatar is for your protection, not mine. So everybody in the audience can just get ready for that one. Good luck to you sitting on stools. You may slide off.
well, I think I speak for all of us when I say that appreciate that, and at least it allows me to come at you somewhat objectively when you're just putting out all this horrible stuff on my stream and just making me regret so many things.
I thought it
So I
was nice.
appreciate
I
that.
thought we had a good time. I don't know.
It was awful at first, but it's getting real smooth. I like where we're coming, because we're closing it out with the moral, with a solid moral. And that's good.
Which
We should do that.
I've already forgotten actually. We have to because then we got back into the banter. What was the moral again? I'm sorry.
I forgot to. I don't know.
All right, no moral this week. All right, good night, guys.
Wait, I know some
But
people
no,
remember it.
it was stick with your principles because you never know where the politics are, what in politics is going to happen. So stick with your principles and just go with it. Enjoy yourselves. Have a good time.
Yeah, there we go. We are, like I said, this is a family show. So that's our moral for this show. That's what we're putting out there. We're making the world better. So how do you feel? How do you feel the first episode of weekly wacky weekly wrap up went?
I think I had a lot more fun than you did.
I had quite a bit of fun too. I just sometimes I hide it behind my disgust and my frustration.
No, see, my feelings got hurt for no reason, man.
I did. I
I
didn't think you had feelings after some
There's
of
a
this stuff.
couple left in there. All right, come on.
Just gotta dig deep to find it. Huh?
Exactly.
Well, that's all right. I'm a digger.
Okay. See, how am I not? I'm not gonna swing at that softball. What am I supposed to do with that?
Just
I'm
leave it
gonna let it.
hanging.
I'm gonna leave it there. I'll
Yeah,
let the audience do it. All right.
yeah, the audience will take care of that. All right. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, this was a very good show. I like our rapport. I hope everybody out there enjoyed it. My closing thoughts are Mundane Matt is a disgusting pervert, and he makes me sick. And I don't know the GoFundMe stuff. I mean, if people give money to somebody, it's not anybody else's job to be their mommy or daddy. And if you are transsexual, there's a very good possibility that you're going to sound just like the gender that you truly are, and it shouldn't shock you. So
I
how
don't know
about
what
you,
you're talking about, Thomas.
Zach? I think you do.
She sounded perfectly feminine to me. Oh. Well, I had a great time tonight, and I am glad to do it again next week. Um, I don't know. You pretty much said the whole message from it. Matt Jarbo's a nasty, nasty animal there. I do want to take this opportunity to let everybody know if you're awake in the morning at 9 Central, I do another show in the morning, and it's going to be damn early after staying up so late. But it's worth losing my sleep because this was a hell of a good time. And
Yeah,
I'll be glad to do this again.
and Zach's link is in the description. He really does do a great show. He shows Mundane Matt how you're really supposed to handle this stuff. It's very entertaining. I like his show quite a bit. All right, so that's the show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I gotta pull up my control panel so I can hit the stop sharing
Just a
button.
stupid
Producer, are you there?
It's
By the
not
way,
just a folder.
he's supposed to guide me on this stuff.
He's dead.
Yeah, he may have died on his.
No, he's just muted in the background, and he was playing an outro for your team and the people in the background.
Oh, nice! You faded the fade in.
No, I'm playing a little SpongeBob snippet for the audience.
That's just a stupid folder.
All right, so
It's not just a
wait a second.
folder.
Are we on right now?